I'm Steve Davis. I'm an instructor at the Roberto-Venn School of Luthery and also a builder of EIR guitars. Now, what you may not know is on top of our guitar building and repair and construction courses, we also offer pedal courses on the weekends and vacuum tube amplifier construction. We try to take every facet of the Luthery industry and teach our students that stuff so they can go out and succeed in the labor industry. For instance, understanding signal chain. So how do the pickups interact with the pedal and affect the tone and feel of it, and also how the pedal interacts with the amplifier to affect the tone and feel of that. All right, now I'd like to introduce Christy Davis. Christy has her master's in education, and she's going to be interviewing one of our recent alumni, and he's going to tell you all about his experience at Roberto-Venn and the pedal making class.
Hello everyone, I'm Christy and I'm here today with Nick Adams. Nick Adams recently completed an entire series of guitar effects pedal courses at RV. So Nick, will you please take a moment to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the pedal that we're going to be looking at and listening to today?
What's up everybody? I'm Nick. I am alumni here at Roberto-Venn. I completed the last semester's guitar building and repair course. And today we're here to talk about the Roberto-Venn Rangemaster boost pedal. It's a single transistor treble boost pedal. It was designed years back when early Marshall amplifiers were a little bit dark, and it was designed to brighten up the high end a little bit.
How was this class organized? Were you building from a kit? Did you have previous experience with electronics?
No, the best part about the course for sure was that you build everything from scratch. You build on a PCB, but nothing is from a kit. You really get a thorough understanding of the full circuit.
From what I understand, there was a portion that was lecture series and then a lab series. How did that work?
Right, so typically it's Friday nights. It's the lecture portion. You learn about the entire circuit, how it operates, any gain staging that's going on, and then Saturday and Sunday usually are the build days.
Tell me more about the pedal and what you learned in the making and coursework.
When I attended the pedal series, I basically was a complete novice in electronics in general. I basically had no knowledge of any of it. Jim Kramer was really, really great about helping each student understand it in a really transparent way. It really got through to me really well. And that segued into being able to fully understand the circuit and what's going on in the pedal with its single transistor, and understanding the bias and when it's operating in class A, what that should sound like, when it's operating toward saturation, and when it's operating toward cutoff, and what those should sound like.
Wow, impressive. So it's not like you bought a kit and learned how to kind of put it together like a puzzle, but you really learned the science behind building a pedal.
Yep, no kit involved. It's all built off of a PCB, like I said. What I didn't understand until later on in the course was that the course was designed to get you prepared to understand how the full amplifier works and how to build one of these, basically. So once you run through the entire gambit of all three pedals and you understand each part of them in and out, then you have at least a basic knowledge of understanding an amplifier circuit, and then you can move on from there. So it's really the building blocks of the entire understanding of what you need to know for amplifiers.
Wow.
My name's Jim Kramer. I teach the electronics classes here at Roberto-Venn. This semester we're going to offer 2 series of classes. The first series is a class on how to build amplifiers, and the second series is a class on how to build these 3 pedals. Now you can take the classes individually if you want to. If you just want to take a class on how to build the fuzz face pedal, you can just take that class. The 3 classes do kind of go together. The Rangemaster class teaches you some basics about a specific circuit that's kind of the foundation for everything. Then the fuzz face adds feedback in 2 stages and gives you the Jimi Hendrix sound. And then the Big Muff Pi is sort of a big boy pedal with multiple gain stages that acts kind of like a whole guitar amplifier acts. A lot of people are kind of scared of electronics because they think it has, you know, a lot of math to it. And it does have some math to it, and if you want to get crazy, it can have all kinds of weird outer space math. But you don't need to understand weird outer space math in order to understand how an amplifier works, or even in order to understand how to fix an amplifier. So that's kind of our specialty here at Roberto-Venn. You don't have to be Einstein Jr. to be able to figure out how an amplifier works. So we're more focused on how the amplifier helps you get the sound that you want out of your guitar. And that's the cool thing about Roberto-Venn. You know, we teach you how to build guitars, we teach you how to fix guitars, we teach you how to wind pickups, we teach you how to build pedals, we teach you how to build amplifiers. You know, if you're able to do it, and you take as many classes as you possibly can, you get an idea of all of the little details that go into the sound that you want to create. And that's really what it's about, right? You know, some guys are chicken pickers and they want a certain sound. Some guys are shredders and they want a different sound. Well, we actually teach you that. What's the difference between all of these different sounds?
All right, Nick, so before we wrap things up, would you mind please taking a moment to share what your greatest takeaway was from this course and how it complemented your guitar building coursework?
My greatest takeaway for sure was the appreciation that I got for mathematics and electronics. That's something I've never really been into. Jim was able to really get me to understand that, and I have a huge appreciation for it now, and I'm excited every single day to push further and continue to build that way.
That's really exciting to hear. And it sounds like Roberto-Venn really offers an incredible multidisciplinary curriculum that you really can't find anywhere else.
Absolutely. It's definitely an education that you can't receive many other places, if any. They offer all sorts of classes in different disciplines of stringed instrument repair and lutherie. The pickup building course, I wound these pickups last night and we're playing them through this amp. That's just one of many elements that is available at Roberto-Venn.
Can you tell me perhaps what the advantages might be to enrolling in an instructor-led program such as this versus being self-taught or following a program online or on YouTube?
Well, aside from the fact that each student, I feel, gets a lot of interaction with an instructor, which is really, really valuable. Any of your questions can be answered really, really immediately. But some of the elements that you go through in at least electronics can also be somewhat dangerous. So it's nice to have somebody there to really coach you through so you're not flying by wire online and try to figure it out yourself.
And what might you say to a viewer watching now who is considering enrolling in one of these guitar effects pedal courses? Is this a program you'd recommend?
Do it. Do it now.
Awesome. It sounds like an incredible opportunity, incredible program. Thank you so much for sharing a bit about your education at RV and demonstrating this really awesome pedal with us today. Can't wait to see what you do in the future.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.